educational service provider, a special phenomenon for Asian American students, are now built up everywhere in San Francisco Bay Area. Are those companies just tutoring centers? What kind of services do they provide? How much do these cost? Why most of their target students are Asian Americans? Let's follow Shirley, one of the staffs in Ivy Max, a typical educational service provider, and find it out.
So, hello everyone, my name is Shirley Wang. I have been working in Ivy Max for 3 years, and my positions in this company is general counselor. So, for our companies, we have 5 different kinds of products or program, if we would say. So, most important is our classes. So in terms of the classes, we have our GPA reinforced classes, which is basically the math classes, is the levels from pre-algebra into the pre-calculus. And then we have our general English classes, which is being called as essential or advanced English classes. And also we have our standardized test preparation classes. This ranges from SAT, ACT, SAT subjects, as well as AP classes. And also we have some kinds of special classes, such as public speaking and debate, as well as those computer programming, and so forth and so on. And so for the prices of the classes, it ranges from $800 to $1,900. And also besides the classes, we also have our college planning and college application program. And if you are a 9th grade student in Fremont High School, the total program fees may be around $10,000 to $20,000. And then we have our summer and winter programs, which is you go overseas and do voluntary activities. And this is being called the Global Philanthropy Program. Besides, we have our student club as well as the voluntary activities to provide those students with some extra opportunities to do voluntary extracurricular activity as well. So, in terms of our customers' races and arrangements, so among all of our customers we currently serve, so about 90 to 95% of our customers are Asian American students and Asian American families. So when I'm thinking about the reasons why those Asian Americans choose our providers to provide them with those kind of college planning services, so there might be 3 big reasons lying behind this phenomenon. So the first and foremost is most of the students' parents, they are coming from China and then they immigrate to the US. So because of this cultural background from their families, most of their Asian American families will have a high expectations for their kids. They wanted them to go to Ivy League colleges, and then they have a high expectations in terms of what kind of career that their children should be pursuing in the futures. So because of that, they are seeking help from those professional providers like Ivy Max. And then another reasons lies for this is the stereotype problems. So in the U.S. societies, those Asian Americans were stereotyped as those smart, hardworking kind of students who are really expert in the subject like math and science. So because of that, a lot of students from high schools near the Fremont areas, such as Mission Jose high schools, those students are really, really hardworking and they compete really fiercely against each other. So for example, one of my students, I don't want it to let there know the name of the students, but she has 15 AP courses and she scored a perfect score of 2,400 in SAT test, and she has also like 4 different kinds of SAT subjects test. And she is just one of the typical Mission San Jose Asian American students who want to go to MIT, majoring in computer science or the science-related majors. So because of that, the competitions among Asian Americans is comparatively higher than those other typical American students. And another problems for those Asian Americans, why they are thinking for help from those providers, is also because of as a result of those competitions, because of the fierce competition they are faced with, they have to seek for extra helps, like tutorings, like college plannings, to help them to be more competitive among those very fierce competitions.
Well, thanks to Shirley, we now have a brief impression on those educational service providers. And according to her description, it seems that for many Asian American students, their family have high expectations on them and would like to use those companies to help their children enhance their GPA, write excellent essays when applying for college, etc. Also, according to Shirley, even it's 2016 now, Asian Americans are still facing stereotype problems. Like, as an Asian, you should be good students and be the experts in math and science. Consequently, they are facing fierce competition, which sometimes forces them to find extra help outside the schools to stay in the top tier of the class and be able to go to top tier colleges. If you are a student or the parents, will you choose to use those educational service providers? I am looking forward to hearing your voice.